Hey, welcome to a new video. Beijing's infamous smog problem often shrouds the airport in a gloomy haze, muting its colors and creating a bleak, almost alien atmosphere. Beijing Daxing International Airport is renowned for its architectural grandeur and technological innovations. But it also has an unsettling side. Designed by architect Zaha Hadid, the star-shaped structure has been compared to alien creatures, or a Lovecraftian monster. To make room for its construction, 11 villages were demolished, and around 20,000 residents were forcibly relocated with minimal input, a dark shadow over the prestigious project. The airport makes extensive use of facial recognition. Passengers can check in, drop off luggage, and board completely automatically, without presenting documents. While efficient, the system raises serious privacy concerns and creates a cold, impersonal travel experience. To keep birds away, the airport deploys robotic birds with glowing red eyes and artificial eagle cries. These dystopian devices only add to the eerie, uncanny vibe.
Are you new to this channel? Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. And before we start, also like the video.
The Gupitan hydropower station is one of China's largest and most technologically advanced hydroelectric projects. Located on the Wu River in Guizhou Province, it was completed in 2021, standing 761 feet or 232 meters tall. This double-curved arch dam ranks among the highest in the world. The concrete colossus looms like a monster out of the misty gorges, with curved walls that bounce sound and water in strange, unnatural ways. In some photos, it appears as if the dam vanishes into the cliffs, like it was carved from the earth by alien hands. As with many megadams, entire villages and historic sites were submerged. Official sources downplay this, but there are indications that entire communities were quietly displaced in the name of progress. The dam operates fully autonomously and is controlled remotely. While hydropower is marketed as green, projects like Gupitan can completely alter ecosystems. Fish and plant species often vanish without notice. Gupitan is not just a power plant. It's a display of national control over nature, people, and land. Awe-inspiring, yet terrifying. China's railgun prototype is a cutting-edge weapon that doesn't rely on gunpowder, but uses electromagnetic force to fire projectiles at hypersonic speeds. First spotted in 2018 aboard the Navy ship Huanglong, the railgun can launch metal slugs at speeds of Mach 6 to 7, with a range exceeding 99 miles or 160 kilometers. No explosives are needed, just pure kinetic destruction. Railguns strike with sudden, lethal precision, punching through metal targets without even exploding. The prototype appeared without any public announcement, mounted on an otherwise normal-looking ship, like something out of a sci-fi spy thriller. China has never officially confirmed its existence, and most known information comes from military sightings and leaked satellite images. The lack of transparency makes it even scarier, as if a deadly weapon is silently waiting somewhere, ready to strike. In early 2025, AI-powered exoskeletons were introduced on Mount Tai in Shandong Province, known for its grueling 7,000-step climb to assist tourists. Developed by Taishan Cultural Tourism Group and Kenking Technology of Shenzhen, the lightweight suits weigh just 4 pounds or 1.8 kilograms. They strap around the waist and thighs, syncing via AI with the wearer's movements to drastically reduce fatigue and joint stress. Users describe it as if the device is literally lifting them up, prompting questions about how such technology may lead to physical dependency. Some report difficulty walking and increased fatigue without the exoskeleton after use, suggesting that overuse may weaken natural physical capacity. The suits are equipped with GPS and are closely monitored, supposedly for safety. But in a country known for pervasive surveillance, it can feel suffocating. Mount Tai's legendary challenge is now reduced to a commercialized ride in a rented robot suit. China's nuclear power. Pioneer Reactor NPPR is a revolutionary new design by state-owned CNNC. This isn't your typical nuclear plant. It uses helium gas and TRISO fuel particles, tiny nuclear fortresses, and can't melt down like older reactors. It's compact, modular, and designed for mass production, earning it the nickname the Tesla of nuclear power. Instead of one massive plant, hundreds of these reactors could be deployed in remote villages, deserts, or industrial zones. Plug-and-play nuclear energy. TRISO fuel is considered meltdown-proof. Sounds ideal, until you realize it may encourage governments to place reactors in riskier locations. Details about the NPPR program are highly classified, and the public knows little about where or how these reactors are being used. In a state with widespread surveillance, the idea of autonomous mini-reactors quietly running in the background raises disturbing questions about power and control. Though marketed as green energy, the NPPR's technology can also serve military purposes, like powering submarines or producing plutonium. Thanks to passive safety systems, the reactor can run for years without supervision, continuing to operate, even if no one is watching. Yilong Valley is an area in the western Guizhou province with rich historical and cultural significance. It was once the center of an ancient political entity known as Yilong. The Yilong state was first described in the 3rd century BC and remained active for over 200 years. The Yilong kingdom was primarily a confederation of agricultural tribes. Archaeologists have found various items in the Yilong tombs, including bronze swords, turquoise bracelets, necklaces, and various bronze, porcelain, and stone objects distinct from other cultures in China. Today, Yilong Valley is also home to an impressive sculpture garden created by artist Song Pilun, covering more than 1,243 square miles or 2,000 square kilometers. This garden features towers with facial features, large stone castles, and expansive lakes. Song aimed to build a mystical stone sculpture garden to honor the Yilong tribes that lived in Guizhou province nearly 2,000 years ago. The area is now inhabited by musicians, painters, and students from a nearby university. Bird's nest soup was historically enjoyed by the imperial nobility in China. Today, it's considered a luxurious food and is quite expensive. The price of the soup can reach up to $4,300 per pound, depending on the quality grade. This is a controversial dish, and it's made from the nest of a salangan, a type of swiftlet. The nest used for bird's nest soup belongs to the salangan, a small bird typically found in Southeast Asia. This flying creature lives in dark caves and builds its nest with threads of its own sticky saliva, which is produced by glands under its tongue. The nest hardens when exposed to air. Bird's nest soup has caused controversy due to the fact that the salangan is an endangered species. Many people are willing to spend substantial amounts on the soup, believing that it preserves youth, promotes health, and strengthens the body. However, the consumption of salangan nests contributes to the threat to the species. According to traditional Chinese medicine, bird's nest soup is believed to promote health and is particularly beneficial for the skin. It's also thought to have positive impacts on pregnancy, helping to produce healthier babies and aiding faster recovery after childbirth. Additionally, it's believed to reduce hair loss. A cockroach farm may sound like a strange concept, but in some places, including China, it's a thriving industry that has existed for decades. In China, cockroach breeding began in the 1980s as a means to process food waste. The idea was to use cockroaches as natural and efficient ways to break down organic waste. These farms house billions of cockroaches, which are fed leftover food and scraps from local restaurants and food processing companies. Interestingly, cockroaches themselves are also a valuable commodity in China. Some farmers sell them to pharmaceutical companies, which use them to make traditional Chinese medicines, believed to treat ailments such as ulcers and respiratory problems. Additionally, their shells can be processed into protein powder for animal feed, or even converted into cosmetics. While the concept of a cockroach farm may seem unappealing to some, proponents argue that it's a more sustainable and environmentally friendly approach. However, concerns have been raised about the conditions in which the cockroaches are kept, as well as the risk of disease transmission. A Chinese man named Yilong decided one day to buy an airplane from an Indonesian airline, which he turned into a restaurant. Lily Airways, as the restaurant is called, cost him about $5.2 million, or 4.4 million euros. The airplane restaurant is located in the city of Wuhan and was inspired by the airplane hotel Jumbo Stay in Stockholm, Sweden. The airplane restaurant is located in a courtyard around a number of buildings. If you want to enter the restaurant, you have to go via an escalator, then via a bridge. Once inside, a staff member dressed in a stewardess uniform is waiting to greet you and serve you. To stay true to the theme, the staff not only looks like stewardesses, but also goes through a strict screening to be qualified. Men have to be taller than 5 foot 9 inches, or 1.75 meters, and women have to be at least 5 foot 5 inches, or 1.65 meters tall. Moreover, they offer a flight simulation in the cockpit of the plane, which is a very cool experience. Huanglong National Park is a scenic and historic area in the northwest of Sichuan Province. Located in the southern part of Minshan Mountain Range, approximately 230 miles northwest of Chengdu, the capital, Huanglong covers around 435 square miles, and is known for its diverse forest ecosystems as well as limestone formations, waterfalls, and even hot springs. Recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site since 1992, the park is famous for its unique geological features, including travertine formations and mineral deposits shaped by springs. These formations create beautiful terraces, lakes, and waterfalls, considered some of the most impressive examples worldwide. The Huanglong Valley also hosts snow-capped peaks, China's easternmost glaciers, and a rich variety of forest ecosystems. A full day is recommended to explore the park, starting early in the morning. A 2.5-mile trail winds through the park, and for those who prefer not to hike, a cable car is available. In China, the majority of people don't consume cat meat, but it's a sad reality that an estimated 4 million cats are slaughtered for food each year. This occurs with an illegal market that extends beyond Guangdong province, to areas such as neighboring Guangxi and others. In Guangdong, cat meat can be used as the main ingredient in a traditional dish called dragon, tiger, phoenix. It's believed that this dish has body-strengthening properties. Shockingly, cat meat is often sold as lamb or rabbit meat. The capture of free-roaming pets in public spaces is not considered theft under Chinese law. This legal loophole allows the illegal trade to flourish, as these beloved animals can be taken without consequence. Although the consumption of cats is banned by law, offenders are usually fined based on food safety regulations. Do you think eating cats should be penalized? Let me know in the comments. Amidst the traditional temples that surround it, the dragon escalator appears as an oddity, but it's a feat of modern design that offers a unique experience. The dragon escalator in Beijing is a marvel of architectural engineering. This escalator is 210 meters long and nearly 7 stories high. The origin of the dragon escalator lies in the International Horticulture Expo held in Beijing in 2019 in the Yangqing district. The expo was dedicated to the theme of Live Green, Live Better, and the dragon escalator was included to incorporate sustainable design elements and materials during the event. Riding the dragon escalator is an experience like no other. The escalator is not just a means of moving between different levels, but instead takes visitors on a journey through a series of stunning landscapes. The dragon escalator is also surrounded by an artificial lake, and travelers are treated to views of waterfalls and gardens as they ascend. By the way, it's the world's largest outdoor escalator and has the capacity to transport up to 7,300 people per hour. Ocean Flower Island, also known as Haihua Island, is an ambitious artificial archipelago off the coast of Danzhou in Hainan Province. Developed by the Evergrande Group, it's the largest man-made tourist island in the world, covering roughly 2,000 acres or 800 hectares. Inspired by the shape of a Chinese peony, the design features 5 petal-shaped zones, each with unique attractions and purposes that form a multifaceted destination. Besides its massive scale, Ocean Flower Island was also meant to be a flagship tourist hub for Hainan. But the project has faced criticism for environmental destruction and the financial troubles of Evergrande. During construction, coral reefs and marine ecosystems were destroyed by extensive dredging. In 2018, the Chinese government even halted construction temporarily. Today, the island paints a troubling picture. Many facilities like the amusement park and luxury villas remain unfinished or abandoned. The contrast between the grand original vision and the empty reality creates a ghostly, unsettling atmosphere. Huaxi Village, also known as the #1 village under heaven, is a famous village in Yangjing, Jiangsu Province. It's known for its impressive economic growth and high standard of living. Once a poor farming community, Huaxi transformed into a prosperous industrial center in the 1970s through innovative policies led by local leaders. Today, the village boasts its own steel plant, hotel, amusement park, and even a helicopter service. What sets this village apart from others in China is its unique approach to socialism. The village operates under a model known as the Socialist New Countryside, which combines socialist principles with market-oriented policies. Huaxi's collective ownership system ensures a fair distribution of wealth among its residents, with everyone sharing the profits generated by the village's businesses. Huaxi is often called the richest village in China, with residents enjoying a high standard of living and impressive economic growth. According to local authorities, every resident has at least $100,000 in their bank account, as well as living in luxurious homes and drive expensive European cars. Bamboo worms are larvae of a type of moth that belongs to the Crambidae family. They're typically found in bamboo forests and jungles in the cooler regions of northern Thailand and parts of Yunnan province in China. Bamboo worms are considered a delicacy and are consumed for their unique taste and nutritional value. They're often harvested from bamboo trees in the wild, but they're also farmed on commercial bamboo tree plantations. Once harvested, the worms are quickly frozen, shallow fried, and seasoned to enhance their flavor. The taste of the bamboo worms is described as similar to grilled corn or grilled cheese, offering a combination of familiar flavors. They have a crispy texture, somewhat akin to popcorn. Bamboo worms are also known for their nutritional content and are rich in protein and fiber, while still low in fat. They also contain vitamins, minerals, and polyunsaturated fats, including beneficial omega-3 fatty acids.
You probably heard of the curse of the pharaohs and the mummies, but have you heard about the curse that emerged with the discovery of Terracotta army? Emperor Qin Shi Huang, known for his paranoia, wanted those who disturbed his rest to suffer. Since farmers unearthed them in 1974, approximately 8,000 terracotta soldiers have been excavated, each with their own unique facial features. It's believed that Emperor Qin Shi Huang had them made to protect him in his afterlife, a testament to his paranoia and desire for immortality. While the discovery of the Terracotta army was celebrated as a significant archaeological achievement, rumors of a curse associated with the site also surfaced. According to legend, 7 farmers involved in the discovery of the army all experienced terrible misfortunes. 2 died shortly after the discovery, while the remaining 5 were left in poverty and poor health. Some have attributed these hardships to the spirit of Emperor Qin Shi Huang, who may have been disturbed by the discovery of his army. Do you believe that this place is cursed? Let me know in the comments. China's Rainbow Mountains is located in the Zhangye Dongchuan National Geological Park and is one of the most breathtaking nature reserves in the country and in the world. In 2010, it was designated to the UNESCO World Heritage Site, which means it's of cultural, scientific, and historical importance. In 2005, it was also declared one of the 6 most beautiful sites in China. The rainbow stripes that appear on the side of the mountains are a result of centuries of movements in tectonic plates, changes in climate, and the erosion of the red ground cover. The sandstone and other minerals deposited in the area more than 24 million years ago also contribute to these beautiful colors. In addition, rain and wind have also contributed to the special formations of the mountains.
Mount Fanjing Shan is located in Tonggring, Guizhou Province, in southeastern China. It's the highest peak of the Wuling Mountains, standing at 8,432 feet. Fanjing Shan is part of the Fanxingshang National Nature Reserve, established in 1978, and designated as a biosphere reserve in 1986. The mountain's relative isolation has preserved a rich biodiversity, including endemic species such as the rare Guizhou golden monkey. Considered a sacred mountain in Chinese Buddhism, Fanjing Shan ranks just below the 4 holy Buddhist mountains. It's believed to be a place where enlightenment can be attained. Buddhist influence on the mountain dates back to at least the Tang Dynasty. Sea cucumbers are a good source of nutrients, including protein, antioxidants, and B vitamins. They're low in calories and fat, making them suitable for people looking for weight loss-friendly options. In Chinese literature, the cooking of sea cucumbers has been documented since the Ming and Qing dynasties, and they come in hundreds of varieties across oceans worldwide. In Chinese cuisine, they're also known as the haishen, which translates to sea ginseng, due to their purported health benefits. Sea cucumbers are also referred to as bak de mer, or less appealing as sea rat in some regions. Additionally, sea cucumbers have a neutral flavor, but they can absorb the flavors of other ingredients and spices that they're cooked with. This makes them suitable for various cooking methods, including soups, stir-fries, and stews. They're often combined with other seafood meat and typical Chinese ingredients such as winter melon, cabbage, and mushrooms. Sea cucumbers are associated with male health and are believed to have aphrodisiac properties.
Located in the Changping district of Beijing, the Cave of Fairies is known for the hanging coffins that adorn its walls. These coffins were suspended by the Bo tribe, an ancient tribe that once inhabited the area. According to local legends, the cave was built over 3,000 years ago during the Zhou dynasty, and they used it as a sacred burial site for their ancestors. Hanging the coffins was believed to be a way to show respect for the deceased and protect them from animals and floods. However, the exact techniques used to hang the coffins remains a mystery. There are over 3,000 cliffs and caves in the Changping district, and many of them contain hidden tombs and artifacts from ancient Chinese civilizations. Despite their historical significance, the hanging coffins of the Cave of Fairies are considered eerie by some people. The sight of the coffins hanging high on the cave walls can be quite unsettling, and footsteps are said to be heard in the cave even when no one is present.
The Type 99. A is China's most advanced battle tank, built for cutting-edge warfare and psychological dominance. It's the latest evolution of the original Type 99, featuring upgraded armor, weaponry, and electronic warfare systems. Partially autonomous, it's equipped with AI sensors that can track, prioritize, and attack multiple targets within seconds. In effect, it's a rolling robot capable of lethal decision-making. The tank includes laser dazzlers that can disable enemy optics or sensors, and in extreme cases, permanently damage human eyesight. Blinding as a war tactic is banned under international law, yet this feels more like cyberpunk dystopia than traditional defense. During military parades, the tank is painted jet black and rolls past ominously, a pure display of power. The Type 99A is fully integrated into network-centric warfare, connected to drones, command centers, and other units. In combat, a single tank can detect targets, share data, and call in reinforcements before its victim even knows it's being watched. Dongchuan Red Land, also known as the Palette of God, is a stunning landscape in the Dongchuan district of Kunming, Yunnan province. The area is known for its vibrant and colorful landscapes, showcasing shades of red, orange, green, cyan, blue, and purple. The soil of this place is rich in iron and aluminum, giving it its distinctive crimson color. Located about 155 miles northeast of Kunming, Yunnan's capital, Dongchuan Red Land experiences a subtropical highland climate with distinct wet and dry seasons. The best time to visit is from September to May, when the colors are most vivid and the weather is pleasant.
Yak penis is a unique and controversial dish served in some restaurants in China, particularly in some in Beijing. The restaurant that serves this is known for its menu that specializes in dishes made from animal genitalia. They offer a wide range of animal genitalia, including those of yaks, horses, ox, donkeys, dogs, deer, goats, sheep, and even snakes. The restaurant has become popular among locals and tourists alike, with some believing that consuming this food can enhance male potency and provide other health benefits. The specific cooking methods and flavors can vary, but the dish is often served as part of a hot pot or stir-fry. As for the taste, some compare it to that of other types of meat, while others describe it as mild and slightly gamey. Nowadays, thanks to modern technology, we have many resources to detect earthquakes, from GPS to satellite imaging. However, more and more often, technologies from history are being discovered that surprise us today. What if we told you that ancient civilizations had eerie ways of predicting if an earthquake was imminent? While there were limited methods available at the time to predict earthquakes, Zhangye's device was a significant achievement and still considered a masterpiece of engineering to this day. The ancient Chinese seismometer, invented 2,000 years ago, is an incredible testament to the ingenuity of early scientists. The device was shaped like a bronze barrel, adorned with intricate engravings and inscriptions, but the inner workings of the seismometer were not visible. This ancient seismometer was designed to detect earthquakes through a complex system that could detect the slightest vibrations. Interestingly, during Zhangye's lifetime, the seismometer never predicted earthquakes, but it was able to detect small tremors occurring up to 800 kilometers away. In Shanghai, one of China's most prosperous cities, residents are expected to wear neat clothes at all times. But in reality, some people seem to feel comfortable enough to walk in the streets in their pajamas and even do their shopping. This is because, for most people in Shanghai, pajamas are not seen as sleeping clothes. They prefer to wear comfortable and casual clothes that they can easily put on after a day's work. In the early 20th century, when foreign nightgowns were first imported to China, they were so expensive that only the elite group or the richest locals could afford a pair. As a result, people proudly wore their colorful sleepwear even outside their homes, and it soon became a status symbol. However, the Chinese authorities emphasized that this did not belong in the Chinese street scene, and told the people that they were not allowed to go outside in their pajamas. What's your opinion about this? Let me know in the comments.
The Shilin Stone Forest, also known as the Kunming Stone Forest, is a remarkable natural wonder. Located in Yunnan province, covering an area of about 186 square miles, this vast landscape is famous for its unique karst formations, which are over 270 million years old. The stone forest is composed of pillars resembling stalagmites, creating a maze-like terrain that is particularly captivating. Exploring the Shilin Forest can be quite intense, as it's easy to lose your way in its vast expanse. The area is divided into several smaller stone forests and includes caves, waterfalls, ponds, a lake with an island, and even an underground river. One of the most famous attractions in the Shilin Stone Forest is the Ashima Stone. According to legend, this stone was formed when a beautiful Sani girl named Ashima ran into the forest and turned to stone, because she couldn't marry the man that she loved. The Ashima Stone is said to resemble a girl with a bamboo basket on her back, though some see it as a cloaked wizard with a beard.
Stinky tofu is a popular Chinese street food, particularly in Taiwan and parts of China. It's a type of fermented tofu that has a very unpleasant and pungent odor, especially when it's fried. The smell is often compared to dirty wet socks or strong blue cheese. Despite the strong odor, stinky tofu is beloved by many, and to make it, it's prepared from a brine of fermented milk, vegetables, and meat. The brine may also contain ingredients like dried shrimp, amaranth leaves, mustard greens, bamboo shoots, and Chinese herbs. The fermentation process can take several months. However, modern factories often use quicker methods to mass produce them. Stinky tofu is usually cooked as a quick snack and is often found roadside at small stalls. Once the tofu cubes are fried and drained, the seller typically pokes a hole in the top of each cube with a chopstick or tongs, making room for toppings or sauce to be added. While stinky tofu is a popular and beloved street food, there have been food scandals reported in China where stinky tofu was made with questionable ingredients. These cases resulted in illness and hospitalization for those affected. Deep in the heart of China lies a mummy that has captured the imagination of people all around the world. Known as the Lady of Dai, this ancient corpse is a source of both fascination and unease. The Lady of Dai was discovered in the early 1970s in a tomb in Hunan province. She's believed to have lived during the Han Dynasty, which lasted from 206 BCE to 220 CE, making her over 2,000 years old. The Lady of Dai is known for her remarkably well-preserved body, which has remained largely intact despite over 2 millennia old. Archaeologists have suggested that she may have been preserved through a careful combination of embalming, dehydration, and the use of specialized burial materials. The tomb in which the Lady of Dai was found contains over 1,000 artifacts, including intricate silk clothing and a wide range of funerary objects. To this day, the exact methods that have kept her body so well preserved remains somewhat of a mystery. The sight of her unchanging features, frozen in time, also remains deeply unsettling.
The South-North Water Transfer Project is the largest water diversion project ever attempted. Its goal is to move trillions of liters of water from the wet south to the dry, densely populated north, including Beijing. The idea dates back to Mao Zedong, who said in the 1950s, "There's plenty of water in the south, not much in the north, so why not borrow some?" Construction began in 2002, spanning over 2,672 miles, or 4,300 kilometers of canals, tunnels, and aqueducts, longer than the Mississippi River. For the central route alone, 300,000 people were forced to leave their villages, entire communities and their histories buried under concrete. The Yangtze River is being drained to supply northern cities, with serious impacts on biodiversity, agriculture, and ecosystems. Some sections run hundreds of miles or kilometers underground, forming hidden water highways where millions of tons of water flow daily beneath people's feet, completely unseen. Despite this massive infrastructure, Beijing still struggles with water shortages. Experts warn that future expansions could spark international tensions, especially concerning the Tibetan glaciers that supply water to India, Nepal, Bangladesh, and Southeast Asia. Mount Laijun, also known as Yingxing Mountain, is located in Henan Province and is part of the Qinling and Funu mountain ranges. It's named after the famous philosopher Lao Tzu, the founder of Taoism, who is said to have lived as a recluse on the mountain. The mountain rises over 7,218 feet, or 2,200 meters, making it the highest peak in the Funu Mountains. Together with the Jinggang Cave, Mount Lijian forms a tourist area rated AAAA, the highest category in China's tourist rating system. Nearby, there are limestone caves that are over 800 million years old. Chinese sea urchin with eggs is a dish that combines sea urchin, also known as uni, with eggs in Chinese cuisine. It's a delicacy loved by some and avoided by others due to its unique flavor and creamy, buttery texture. In Chinese cuisine, sea urchin can be prepared in various ways. A popular dish is sea urchin fried rice, also known as hodam cha fan. This dish uses sea urchin and fried rice by either frying it at the beginning, adding it after the rice, or mixing it with the eggs cooked along with the rice. It's important to note that when making these dishes, it's recommended to be generous with the sea urchin to fully enjoy its flavor. Sea urchin can also be used as a topping in other Chinese dishes. For instance, it can be added to steamed egg custard, which is a traditional Japanese dish made with dashi broth steamed egg custard.
So far, we've mostly talked about history and discoveries. But how about something that might be 100 times more terrifying and disturbingly recent? Marriage and having children are natural and essential parts of human life. But when the Chinese government started monitoring the breeding suitability of millions of women in the country, it caused worldwide concern and outrage. According to reports, a database of 18 million women in China contained information about their marital status, age, education, and whether they were breeding ready, a term that many found both offensive and intrusive. The origin of the database is unclear, with some sources suggesting that it might have been created as a means to track population growth. Others suggest that it was intended to facilitate matchmaking. Regardless of the original purpose, the existence of such a database rightfully raised concerns about privacy and government control in China. In some parts of Xinjiang province, you will be surprised that some of their police stations have replaced their guard dogs with guard geese. Geese are said to be known for their extreme vigilance and excellent hearing. One day, a man tried to break into one of their stations and steal a motorcycle. He outsmarted 2 police dogs, but on his way out, he had no chance against the other 20 geese. Geese are also better at seeing things from a distance than humans, and they are also better at seeing things up close. They are also territorial, and that makes them excellent guards. They are also very noisy animals, so the province of Xinjiang encourages other police stations to use geese as guards as well.
The Yangcheng Salt Lake is located in Yangcheng City. This ancient inland salt lake has a history of more than 4,000 years of salt production. Covering an area of 82 square miles, or 132 square kilometers, it's the 3rd largest inland lake with sodium sulfate in the world. Yangcheng Salt Lake has played an essential role in Chinese culture and history. Historians estimate that the local people have been consciously harvesting salt from the lake for 6,000 years. By the 6th century, the lake was responsible for a quarter of China's total salt production. The lake's famous for its surreal and colorful landscape. The lake's vibrant hues include shades of purple, bright blue, green, and vivid crimson, and they're caused by algae blooms reacting to minerals in the water. In several Asian countries, including China, South Korea, Indonesia, and Vietnam, the trade and consumption of dog meat is still permitted. While it's important to note that most people in China have stated that they don't consume the meat of these animals, it's estimated that over 10 million dogs are used for human consumption each year. For those who do consume it, there's no distinction between the meat of a dog and the meat of other animals. The price of dog meat is about $4 per pound, which is generally higher than the price of other meats, while cat meat is usually cheaper. An example of a restaurant where dog meat is served is the Han River Dog Meat Restaurant in downtown Guangzhou. Guests have various menu options to choose from, including dog soup, dog steak, dog with tofu, and more. The kitchen prepares dishes such as dog hot pot, which is particularly popular, with many customers enjoying it when it's spicy. Recently, efforts have been made to tighten animal welfare legislation, including a proposal to ban the consumption of dog meat. Under this proposal, individual offenders could face up to 15 days in jail and a small fine, while businesses caught selling the meat could be fined up to $73,000.
One of the most intriguing phenomena that have emerged in China in recent years are the so-called ghost cities. These are massive developments of apartments, offices, and public spaces that have been built but are currently largely vacant. The eerie atmosphere of these places have left many people wondering what exactly is going on. One of the most well-known ghost cities in China is Ordos. Located in the northern part of the country, it was designed to accommodate over 1 million people, but as of 2022, it's estimated to have only 30,000 residents. The city is filled with empty skyscrapers, grandiose squares, and vast highways crisscrossing the landscape. Some have likened it to a post-apocalyptic setting. Did you know that many ghost cities in China are replicas of famous international landmarks, such as Paris or Manhattan? Whatever the causes may be, the fact remains that these enormous cities, built for millions of people, are currently empty and abandoned.
The Beipanjiang Bridge Duguay holds the title of the world's highest bridge, stretching between Guizhou and Yunnan provinces in southwest China. Opened in 2016, it spans the Beipan River Gorge at a dizzying 1,854 feet, or 565 meters, taller than the Empire State Building. From the bridge, you look down on the clouds, while the river below is barely visible. With no sound or points of reference, all that remains is a narrow road, suspended above a seemingly bottomless void. Built in a remote and rugged region, the bridge clings to cliffs and hangs by cables, making it feel more like an alien feat of engineering. Workers constructed the structure hundreds of feet or meters above ground, using only scaffolding and cables. The area is also seismically active, notorious for sudden fog and strong winds. Imagine driving across a 2-lane bridge with zero visibility and about 1,800 feet or 550 meters of open air beneath you, where one wrong move means a free fall into the abyss. Crossing it at night is almost hallucinatory. Darkness all around, faint lights marking the way, and beneath you, pure black nothingness.
Huanglong is an abandoned fishing village on Shangshan Island, part of the Shaanxi archipelago off China's eastern coast. Founded in 1950, the village was once home to around 2,000 people who relied on fishing for their livelihood. However, in the 1990s, villagers began leaving due to declining fish stocks and increased competition from nearby Shanghai. By 2002, all residents had left, and nature took over the village. Today, Huanglong is known for its enchanting beauty, as it's entirely covered in lush green vegetation, making it a popular destination for adventurous explorers and nature lovers. The abandoned houses, some still furnished, are now draped in thick layers of climbing plants. Although largely deserted, a few people remain to offer tours to day trippers visiting the village. Fresh seafood can also be purchased from vendors on nearby islands. While you cannot stay in Huanglong itself, accommodations are available in neighboring villages. Snake soup is a traditional Chinese delicacy that has been cherished for over 2,000 years. It's particularly popular in Cantonese cuisine and can be found in places like Hong Kong. The soup is made by boiling snakes, with the most common species being the water snake and the python, along with a combination of meat broth, herbs, spices, and dark soy sauce. Snake soup also is known for its warming flavor and is often consumed during the winter months. It's believed to have medicinal benefits and is considered a warming food in Chinese culture. According to traditional Chinese medicine, snake meat is considered yang food, which brings warmth to the body. This makes snake soup a popular choice during cold weather and winter. The preparation of snake soup is considered complex and was historically seen as a dish of high status, symbolizing wealth, bravery, and respect. In addition to snake soup, other dishes made from snakes in Chinese cuisine include snake belly casseroles, as well as fried snake meat, fresh snake gallbladder soup, and more. In Zhangye, archaeologists discovered complex bronze objects and sacrificial pits with ancient treasures. However, the origin and legend surrounding Zhangye remain shrouded in mystery, and scientists are still trying to reconstruct the true story behind the site. According to some sources, the people of Zhangye were part of the Su Kingdom. This kingdom was ruled by a series of legendary kings, and some believe that the artifacts found in Zhangye were part of their extravagant funeral rituals. Despite their ancient origins, the artifacts are remarkable in their level of detail and craftsmanship. From intricate bronze masks to elaborate golden ornaments, each piece is a testament to the skill and creativity of the people who made them. It's clear that the people of Zhangye were deeply connected to their beliefs and traditions, and their art served as a way to connect with the divine. Did you know that China is home to more than 50 ghost towns? They may not be places with legends and stories about ghosts, but they are rather empty areas. In the early 80s, when China's coastal cities became overcrowded, the government began building new cities that should be home to millions of Chinese. It was a strategy to redistribute people in order to reduce the population in overpopulated cities. The new cities would feature extravagant monuments, spacious parks, and tall buildings. However, the government did not take other things into account. They were guided by the idea that where the cities were built, people like to stand on their own 2 feet. The mistake was to build cities at any location without investigating whether people would want to live there. As a result, they became ghost towns and not the new rich cities they dreamed of.
Did you know that the starting point of the Great Wall of China is a topic of historical significance? The exact beginning of the continuous wall isn't always clearly defined, as the wall evolved and expanded over the centuries. The Great Wall was not built all at once, but arose in various segments across different areas. As early as the 8th century BC, the Chinese began constructing fortifications to defend against nomadic tribes from the north. Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of the Qin dynasty, is often credited with linking these existing walls into a unified system that later became known as the Great Wall of China. In the 7th century BC, the state of Chu began constructing a permanent defensive system known as the Square Wall, with other states following suit in the 6th to 4th centuries BC. It's important to note that these early fortifications were not part of the continuous wall we associate with today's Great Wall of China. The most extensive construction and unification of the wall occurred under the rule of the first Qin emperor in 221 BC. He ordered the removal of fortifications between states and dispatched General Meng Tian to guard the northern border, connecting various walls to what became known as the 10,000 Li Long Wall.
Jellyfish salad is made with marinated jellyfish, known for its delicate texture and crunchy consistency. The dish is often served chilled and can be enjoyed as a side dish or as part of a shared meal. Jellyfish itself is tasteless, but it absorbs the flavors of the accompanying ingredients and dressings, making it a versatile ingredient in salads. The texture of jellyfish is surprisingly crunchy. Jellyfish salad can be prepared with various flavor combinations and ingredients. Some recipes suggest marinating the jellyfish in a mixture of sesame oil, soy sauce, vinegar, sugar, chili oil, and ginger. Others suggest mixing jellyfish with chopped or shredded vegetables and a spicy sesame sauce. The dish can also be made with Chinese celery and is often served at weddings and Asian festivals. In some Asian countries, jellyfish is believed to have aphrodisiac properties and has been used as food for over 1700 years. Atlantis was a mythical island, first mentioned in Plato's dialogues, Timaeus and Critias. According to legend, Atlantis was completely lost due to catastrophe. But did you know that China has its own lost city? The city is known as Shimeo and is estimated to be over 4,000 years old. It's located in northern China and was only discovered in 1976 when a group of farmers digging a well stumbled upon unusual ancient artifacts. What they've uncovered so far is breathtaking. The city houses a massive pyramid over 70 meters high, as well as numerous pits filled with human skulls, indicating a dark and mysterious past. There's also extensive defensive works, murals, and other artifacts that suggest a once sophisticated and complex society that inhabited the area. As with many lost cities, its history is not entirely clear. Some suggest it was abandoned due to drought or flooding, while others speculate it was a result of warfare.
The Hanging Temple, or Huanglong Temple, is a 1,500-year-old monastery that clings to a sheer cliff face in Shaanxi province. Perched 246 feet or 75 meters high, it still rests on wooden beams embedded into the rock over 1,000 years ago, without concrete or modern anchors. From below, the temple looks like it's floating, with thin wooden supports defying gravity like a haunted pagoda ready to collapse at any moment. Narrow, creaking walkways stretch out over dizzying drops, where a single misstep or sudden gust of wind could send you plummeting onto jagged rocks. As wind howls through the cliffs and beams, the air fills with eerie whistling and creaking noises. According to local legend, the temple was built so high to avoid floods and evil spirits, believed to roam only at ground level. In a way, it's an ancient panic room for monks, terrifying yet brilliantly practical in times of danger. To this day, no one knows for sure why it was built so extremely high. Would you like to visit China someday? Let me know in the comments. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos we've made, click one on the screen or take a look at the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.